fans, we're here back, Harrison Goblin Arena, for a matchup between your Farmington Cardinals and the Harrison Goblins. And we're a little late, so I think we're about to get your Farmington Cardinals starting lineup. So let's get those. I forgot to mention, I'm joined here today with Dallas Walker and Ori Phillips. My bad, guys.
So now let's get started with introductions from each team and their starting lineups. First, for the Cardinals, under the leadership of head coach Bo Thompson, he's assisted by Adam.
First up for your Cardinals, coached by the great coach Bo Thompson. We got number zero, Danny Valenzuela. We have number 10, Jalen Montez. We got 23, Jalen Whitmore. 32, Will Pridmore. And we have 50, Austin Shelley. Now, let's get over to the Harrison lineups. Got number 3, Ben Elliott. We got number 5, Jacob Schrum. We got number 25, Dustin Gundy. And you got number 4, Champ Sailors, and that's the starting lineups for both the teams tonight. Correction, we got number 10, Carson Jernigan, my bad. Card's about to set up for the tip-off. Looks like Harrison's going to do some sort of yelling down on the court. I don't know what that was.
Well, glad to be here, glad to be at the game. I know yesterday we had a really exciting game, and I'm hoping that we can follow it up with another great guys game. I know it should be good.
Will Pridmore is going to take the tip against number 10, Carson Jernigan. Cards win the tip. Danny Valenzuela with the ball to the top to Jaden. Montez over to Valenzuela. Pridmore's guarded by Jernigan. Gets the inside pass to Valenzuela, and there's a 2-point bucket. Your Cardinals are on top first.
Great job recognizing the inside pass there. Gets it to Valenzuela, open guy. Up and in, Cardinals take the early lead. That should be I think he had a foot over the line.
Yeah, it could have been backcourt, but oh well.
Ben Elliott with the ball over to the corner to Gundry. He's going to go inside to Schrum. Cross-court pass to Jernigan. And that's stolen by Valenzuela. Montez is going to go to the rim, and that shot is ran down by number 4, Champ Sailors.
Another great inside effort by Valenzuela, getting the ball back up and in.
I'll admit that was a good block by number 4, Champ Sailors, but good heads-up play by Valenzuela to grab the rebound and put it back up for 2.
Elliott with the ball. Over to Schrum. Corner with Jernigan. He's guarded by Pridmore. Cards in his zone tonight. Elliott drives in over the corner to Jernigan. He takes the 3, and it's good. takes the score to 3-4 in the first quarter with 6 minutes and 21 seconds left. Over to Valenzuela, guarded by Gundry. Over to Whitmore. Whitmore's guarded by Elliott. Valenzuela looks for the shot inside to Shelley. Shelley tries to get the pass to Whitmore, but it's deflected by Elliott. But it's going to go back to the Cardinals.
Yeah, and if you're tuning in hoping to get a similar result to last night with the girls' game, I'm sorry to disappoint, but you're probably not going to get one. Expect this to be a close game, really hard fought, and as you can see, there's going to be a little action going on back and forth between these two teams.
Back out to Schrum, and that shot's off. Pridmore gets the rebound.
Montez signaling he's open down the court. Those are risky passes, though, so I can see why they would.
Whitmore inside again, blocked by Sailors. That's another block for Sailors, and he's being a force right now.
Yeah, they got to try and find another way to either get around Sailors or maybe trying to hit a man when Sailors isn't on them, because right now that's not a shot that they need to keep taking.
Cards and a little bit of press, but they get it up. Sailors looks for the three. Gundry takes it, and that shot's off. Montez gets the rebound.
They got him for a walk.
And they're going to get a walk on Montez. Coach Thompson's not going to be very happy with that one.
No, I think he got it and was trying to hesitate, trying to let the rest of his team catch up. He should have just kept going full speed. And what could have been a great play and a possible fast break points. Now it's back to Harrison.
Gundry in the corner, guarded by Pridmore.
Great
Pass to Sailors gets stolen by Valenzuela.
Stuck a hand in there.
Montez is going to throw it out to Valenzuela. He gets double teamed on the baseline. The pass goes through the legs of Shelley. Almost goes backcourt, but Montez saves it. Whitmore in the corner with the three, and it's no good. Cards try to get the rebound. Jernigan with the layup, and that takes the score to 5-4. Harrison's up by 1 in the first quarter.
Yeah, that was just a tough shot. Unfortunately, Shelley kind of had the situation where he was on the one-on-one in the fast break. Just wasn't quite fast enough to catch up.
And Cards try to feed it to Shelley right there, and gets the air ball. Pass a little off to Whitmore.
I think right now the Cardinals just need to settle down and play the game. I think they're playing
a little too fast.
A little too fast for their liking.
Not really playing their game.
Yeah.
Montez with the three. It's no good.
Just settle down, still early.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to take whatever shot they see first. And sometimes you might see a decent shot, but you want the good shot.
No need to be taking low percentage shots when you can spend a little extra time, kind of just looking. I know Harrison's got a good defense. We only got 30 on him the last time we played him. But you got to try to find that inside options.
And with that three by Elliott, takes the Goblins up by 4.
Yeah, Goblins are on an 8-0 run right now. We started out looking not too bad, getting up 4-0, and since then it hasn't been as pretty.
Shelley takes a very contested shot inside, guarded by 3 Goblins.
It wouldn't shock me to see Thompson take a timeout here.
Jernigan with a nice move gets the layup over Pridmore.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Coach Thompson takes a timeout. And we're not going to go to break. We're going to name off a few sponsors that really makes this happen. We have PG Telco, we have Buzz Electrical, Tony Satchery's, Arvest Bank, and Bauman and Krosno. You guys got anything?
Yeah, so before the game, because we started just right up near tip-off, I didn't really have time to read this off, so I'll try to be a little brief. But I had some keys here. So in my mind, in order to get a win, get a different result than last week, you need to get the ball in the hands of your shooters early and often. And the two I kind of highlight here is Valenzuela because of his three-point shot, and then Will Pridmore because of his athleticism. And obviously, you don't want to get rattled by this crowd. I mean, it's a neutral site, but it's essentially a road game. And again, you do want to get ahead early now. That's something they haven't really done a great job of so far, but we'll see if they can do better. And the name to watch tonight, number 3 for Harrison, Ben Elliott. He scored 15 on us last time. He was their leading scorer. Only one, I think, the whole game to get double figures. So we'll see. We'll have if they can hold him here. Whitmore's taking it up the court. Montez wide open.
Montez takes the shot. Shelley gets the tip. Makes it easier for the Cardinals to get the rebound.
There's been a lid on the basket right now beyond the arc.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going the Cardinals' way right now, unfortunately. It's tough going so far, but hopefully they can change something up.
Elliott guarded closely on Montez. He passes it over to Schrum. Schrum back over to Elliott. And Valenzuela gets the good steal, something Valenzuela does really well.
Yeah, Valenzuela always does a great job keeping his eyes open and seeing where the ball's headed and even anticipating where the ball's about to be.
Cross-court pass to Montez. He drives inside, gets the foul. That's a good call by the referees, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Yeah, Valenzuela was trying to get an inside pass again from Shelley. It would have been risky. I think that they've been taking a little bit too many risks here when it comes to getting these passes off. I think Shelley made the smart move there. Montez drives in, gets the foul.
And it really seems like, Ori, that they have the inside really guarded up really nicely. I don't really understand why they keep trying to go back in there.
I mean, I can kind of see why, because like they've again tried from outside. They haven't really connected yet, but again, Harrison inside and out. They're a good defensive team.
Yeah, and what's really going to be key right here, Farmington has to make those easy free throws.
Yeah.
This is going to be a close game. You already know it. And it's not going to be a game that they're going to win or come out successful if they're just going to miss those easy shots. That's going to be a key.
Elliott tries to go inside. He's denied. Back out to Jernigan. Jernigan's guarded by Whitmore.
They're going to keep possession.
And Harrison's going to keep the ball.
Yeah, one name right now that I've been hearing a little more of than I thought I would is Carson Jernigan, senior small forward. But him, Edwards, who just hit that 3.
Edwards comes off the bench and hits that 3.
Harrison right now is getting a lot of people involved.
And it's almost kind of looking like the other night, Harrison's getting up quick.
Yeah, in my opinion, I wouldn't have taken that shot.
I think if you're Whitmore, I mean, you obviously want to drive inside, but he had a good 10 extra feet of space. He could have taken that shot uncontested.
And right now, this game's starting off exactly the way the Cardinals didn't want. And right there's another 3 by number 5, Jacob Schrum. That takes the score to 15-5. Harrison's up by 10.
Momentum is everything in games like this, especially on the road in a tournament, playing essentially a road game. Right now, the Goblins got all of it right now. Farmington looking to make some subs. They got 3 there at the scores table.
Got to find something different. Pridmore takes the shot, and that is way off. He had 2 people in his face, and Jernigan's up court already, and he gets the easy bucket. And that'll make the score 17-5 with the final 39 seconds left in the first quarter.
Pridmore appeared to be a step slow on defense after he hit that shot. He kind of just shrugged, and it allowed Jernigan to go down court.
And it looks like Coach Thompson's going to take a timeout after that quick, fast break. And I'm Brody Hill, joined here with Ori Phillips, Dallas Walker. It's Farm Cards Live Sports Network, and we'll be right back. And we're back, Cardinal fans, for the last 38 seconds of the first quarter. Cards are down 17-5 in the first quarter.
We made some subs. Looks like number 2, Marquavian Watson coming in. 13, Tyler Vollmer. And what's interesting, we got number 4, a freshman. We got Devontae Donovan coming in for what I believe definitely his first minutes in a tournament game, but quite possibly first minutes in first varsity.
So I do have a question for you guys. Now, again, I'm obviously not a basketball coach, but seeing as how this Cardinal group right now has only put up 5 points in this quarter, I wonder why did Coach Thompson keep that same 5 in there for the most part through the first 7.5 minutes of this game?
I don't know. I'm not really sure. I feel like he probably has some plans, but I do like finally going with the change of the faces and just seeing if he can mix anything up.
Well, Whitmore is going back in, so
Pridmore hits his first free throw. Got to hit these. Got to take the free points tonight. And he does not get the second one. That one was in and out. Takes the score to 17-6. That's Edwards. He goes inside to 34. Jace Martin.
There's just no enthusiasm right now on defense for the Cardinals.
Tyler Vollmer with the 3, and it's no good. And that's the end of the first quarter.
They got to pick it up.
I think we'll keep it right here. What do y'all want to talk about?
Well, again, I said the team that comes out early, takes charge, gets the lead, they're going to have the momentum. And if Farmington wanted to silence this Harrison crowd, they're going to have to go out there, start early, and get the lead. And it looked like starting on a 4-0 run, they were doing that. But then Harrison just went off, Elliott, Jernigan, with some other nice shots.
Had some people come off the bench, Edwards,
yeah.
Yeah, one thing
Martin.
I want to highlight, I would definitely, if you're going to do something, do it now, do it second quarter. Don't try and wait and come out second quarter because by then you might have dug yourself a little bit too big of a hole. They just need to figure out something that works for them. They don't need to try and do it all, like make the comeback happen all in the second quarter.
No.
Just chip away at it.
Don't focus on just entirely the low percentage shots. Be physical down there. Make Harrison respect your inside ball game,
Yeah, like I said earlier, don't just take the first shot that comes to you. Like, you have good selection. You just got to wait for it. Sometimes you got to be a little patient, and shots will open up. That's where Harrison's really looking good defensively is because they're not – if you think about it, they've had the ball a lot more than we have, and it's because every time we get down there, we kind of rush ourselves.
Yeah, a three-pointer here, for Farmington would get a lot of momentum, get a spark going, but you can't rely on that.
The ninth grader gets the steal, goes to Vollmer, and they're going to get the blocking foul on Harrison.
Personal foul on Harrison. Jacob Schrum.
On Schrum. Pridmore's going to inbound it. He's going to get it out to Vollmer. Way over to Valenzuela in the corner, inside to Pridmore. There's no foul called on that one.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it's probably he's a little lucky he didn't get called for a travel. He took a couple steps in there, but nonetheless, it wasn't exactly the best shot. He had like a whole army of Harrison Goblins down there.
I think they got Donovan there on the shooting foul. Real physical play. You got to appreciate that. Harrison's going to have a chance now to
That's a foul
3 shots
on number 4, Devontae Donovan. Harrison's going to get some shots. Jernigan drains the first one.
Looks like they want some size coming back in here with Shelley.
Yep, Shelley's going to check in.
Kind of unfortunate when we get fouled and get sent to the line and we struggle to make our shots.
Jernigan's going to get a second one. He misses that one. Pridmore gets the rebound.
Luckily, they went 1 for 1, so we're almost even on our
Pridmore's going to go inside quick.
Great job there. I think he drew the foul, yeah.
And he drew the foul, and he's going to go to the line for 2. Cards really need to make these.
That's one thing he does really well is he's great driving in there, and he'll either take the shot, make it, or he'll pick up a foul. Every now and then you'll see an and 1 3-point play.
Right. Pridmore makes the first one. Unsuccessful on the second one. So score moves up to 20-7, still in favor of Harrison.
Again, you have to make these free throws. Right now, Harrison's fouled 5 times compared to our once. When you get to the line, you just have to convert.
Elliott tries to get to Sailors, but it goes out of bounds. But Harrison's going to retain possession of the ball.
Yeah, and I think one of our problems is we're getting turnovers and some good defensive stops, but it's not necessarily translating into points.
Gundry over in the corner takes that shot. It's good. Harrison's going to go up 23-7.
one thing both the boys and girls team does well is they hit the three. I mean, girls team maybe a little more than the boys, but if you leave them wide open, they're going to hit it.
Tries to go inside to Shelley, but he's double teamed, and that pass is off the mark.
Yeah, you don't see that quite often, overthrowing someone quite as tall as Shelley, but just a little bit of miscommunication there.
Big target right there.
Schrum guarded by Pridmore. Back over to Elliott. He's guarded by Valenzuela. Schrum goes inside, gets the shot, and no one was there to protect it.
Pridmore, he got screened there. And they got to be more physical, and not just Pridmore, but I think the whole defense. They got to be more physical. They can't let inside passes go through. They got to go around these screens. That's something they've lacked so far, and considering how physical they've been in the past, it's kind of disappointing.
A good physical play by Shelley right there.
Kind of bounced back there.
Yeah, that happens to be one of our first actual field goals in quite a while. The rest of our points have mostly came from free throws.
And that's a foul.
I can appreciate that, though. Again, you're making an effort to get in there. That's a good foul, because if you just leave him untouched, he's probably got an extra two on the basket. Now you got to make him earn his points.
Yeah, and if you let him do that, he's going to keep going back at it. There, at least you're telling him, hey, if you're going to come up and try and take it in the paint, we're going to be there as well.
Sailor's off with the first one. He's going to get one more. And that's two missed free throws by Sailors.
They come out with nothing. Great physical defensive possession there by the Cardinals. Let's see if they can bounce back here again.
Pridmore guarded by Jernigan. He gives it over to Vollmer inside to Valenzuela, and that is no good.
A real big missed opportunity there. Valenzuela had a solid couple seconds there in the paint and just unfortunately was hit a little too late.
And luckily, Harrison didn't hit that shot. Pridmore is going to take it across the timeline. He's at the top of the three, and it's in and out. That would have been really nice for the Cardinals.
Yeah, back-to-back possessions where it could have potentially flipped the momentum and flipped the switch, but instead just unfortunate plays right there.
Elliott back out to Schrum. Guarded by Quay. Dribbling the ball around over to Jernigan. Elliott goes inside, guarded by Valenzuela. He's going to go for the shot, and there's two Cardinals there, and he still gets the shot. And it looks like there's a Harrison Goblin down the court. I'm not sure what happened there. Did you guys see anything?
No, I wasn't really looking, but I do know after the whistle, or previous to the whistle.
I think that's number 25, Dustin Gundry.
You guys got anything? Did he trip?
I didn't see anything. I was watching the ball. It did kind of occur slightly back over here towards the sideline.
It didn't appear to me that there was any Cardinals near him.
Checking into the lineup for Gundry, Ethan Edwards.
Ethan Edwards is going to come in for Gundry.
Again, Edwards, so far he's had a nice night from beyond the arc. You want to lock them down there. Again, you want to stay aggressive on the inside, but you don't want to just give them free shots. Even though they're low percentage shots, you don't want to just free up that outside too much, or again, this should get a lot worse.
Vollmer's in a guard. He's going to take the ball across the timeline. He's guarded by Edwards, and the Goblins get the steal. Elliott's going to pass it inside to Jernigan, and they get the layup. That'll take the score to 29-9. And Harrison is up big right now with 4 minutes left in the second quarter. Cardinal fans not happy with the way the game's going so far. I don't think anyone would. Pridmore's getting double teamed by Jernigan and Elliott.
What?
He gets it to Montez in the corner and doesn't get the three.
Yeah, slightly ill-advised pass right there.
Quay gets the steal. He's going to go up for the layup. And that was a good fast break by the Cardinals, and the Cardinals are going to go into the press.
Just left Jacob Schrum a little helpless there. Just a little hop step, got out of the way.
Almost get another steal in a row.
Yeah, Cardinals just need a little more of that. They need to try and force Harrison into some more bad situations.
Clay's coming out and playing some real physical defense. He's guarding Elliott. Elliott's going to drive inside over to Jernigan and doesn't get the layup. Pridmore gets the rebound. He's going to take it up court. He's guarded by Jernigan. Stumbles with the ball.
Great job keeping him.
He's double teamed. Ballmer gets it in the corner. He gets around him, goes up for the layup, and it's no good. That layup was just way off the mark. And Shrum's going to get over to Jernigan in the corner. Inside the Sailors, and that's just an easy play for the Goblins. It's going to take the score to 31-11, and Coach Thompson's going to call a timeout. With that, we're going to take a quick break. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network. And we're back, Cardinal fans, after that timeout. Your Cards are down 31-11 in the second quarter with 2 minutes and 31 seconds left. They're going to have the ball. Shelley's going to inbound it to Pridmore. Here comes Pridmore. He's going to take it across the timeline. He's guarded by Jernigan.
Yeah, just the last couple possessions really have kind of... It looks like the Cardinals have been panicking a little bit, which they don't really need to. They have a whole other half. And really, they had the majority of the second quarter where they could have, tried to run their own offense. But they look like they're trying to play Harrison's ball game. That's not really what they need to do.
And Cards are going to draw the foul against Ethan Edwards, so they're going to inbound it. Whitmore at the top, guarded by Elliott. He's going to try to go inside. It's no good. Cards just keep taking the contested layups.
Again, you had Shelley wide open there, and again, I don't know if Shelley would have hit a mid-range shot, but at least he could have maybe driven in there, forced a foul.
Made an effort to get some points on the board.
But we got too many guards trying to drive in and get these contested shots going, and that's not how you get this comeback. Down 20, you got about 13 and a half minutes the ball game left to get it going. Take that back, 17 and a half.
Pridmore with the ball. He's guarded by Jernigan. We go over to Quake. Montez is open in the corner, and I think they're going to get it for kicking the ball. Kick ball.
So it'll be Pridmore passing it back in.
Over to Shelley. Whitmore with the ball over to Quay. He's guarded by Elliott. Inside to Pridmore. Tries to get the shot, but it's just too contested. And once again, just the contested shots are not falling. And Pridmore gets the steal on our own basket.
Gets a foul.
And draws the foul. Need to get these easy points right here. They're called free throws for a reason.
Now, if you were trying to point out a positive in the half so far, we are in the bonus. Right now, we're only with 2 fouls, as opposed to Harrison's got 7 right now.
We've done a great job getting to the line. We just haven't been able to hit our free throws. And again, we wouldn't be ahead if we hit all our free throws because, again, you got plenty of shots, 3-pointers,
right,
driven inside, contested layups that haven't gone in. But this game would not be 31-12 right now if we could hit our free throws on a more consistent basis. And
right now, we seem to be hitting about 50% from the line because we either make or miss the first one, and then whichever one, vice versa.
That's why they practice them, Free throws can dictate the outcome of a game. It can give teams a little bit of hope like we need right now, or it can shut the door on them like Harrison is mostly on us so far.
And it's going to go to the Cardinals. Quay tries to get the steal, but it still goes our way. Looks like Whitmore is going to inbound it.
I know there's only 1:03 left in the quarter, but if they could at least just get a few more points, maybe another basket here or two, it wouldn't necessarily be that bad of a half. You just got to work on it.
Go in on a high note. That's all you can do at this point.
And not a pretty shot by Shelley right there. They're going to call jump ball. He's not happy about that one. But I believe the Cardinals are going to keep the ball, yeah. Whitmore inbounds it to Pridmore. He's going to drive down the baseline, gets the good layup, and that's something the Cardinals have been looking for.
Yeah, that's what honestly a lot of their shots have looked like so far this quarter. Going in, taking tough layups with hands in their face. Just Pridmore able to knock that one down.
Elliott's going to take it back out to basically half court and hold the ball for the final seconds of the first half. He's guarded by Montez.
So if the score doesn't change, Cardinals are looking to go into the half with a 17-point deficit, which not exactly what they wanted. But after the first quarter, it could have been a lot worse.
They're going to have to go into the locker room and make corrections, and they're going to get a walk on Ethan Edwards. And I don't believe, the Cardinals are not going to have enough time for a final shot.
They're going to have to chunk it up.
Quay's not even going to attempt it. I wouldn't either. There's no point. Well, it's halftime. Cards are down 31-14. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network, and we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to come back with a couple minutes before halftime's over, and I think Dallas and Nori are going to give you guys a little rundown. And we're back, Cardinal fans, for the start of the third quarter. Your Cardinals are down by a big one, down 31-14 to the Goblins. And I think Ori is going to give us a little rundown of the first half and just kind of give some keys to the game.
All right, so, again, Cardinals need to get ahead early. They didn't do that. I don't want to say they're rattled by this crowd, but again, you know, the crowd has been a factor. Another thing, the name to watch, Ben Elliott. Now, they have kept him in check somewhat. He's only got 5 so far. But again, you know, they got many other scores. Right now, Jernigan's got 12. You know, you got some others in there, you know, Edwards. He's made some plays.
Yeah, the Goblins have been really spreading it out tonight. They've been shooting the 3, and they've been going inside really well. And the Cardinals have honestly been doing the exact opposite.
And I know, and I said it in my pregame, you know, and again, the pregame is on another video for this channel. But I said, in regards to this game, if you want to win, you got to hit the 3 ball. And I think it coincides with get the ball in the hands of your shooters early and often. And they did that. They got it in the hands of Pridmore. They got it in the hands of Valenzuela and Montez. They just haven't been able to hit their shots.
Hey, real quick, before we get started with the game, I want to shout out our audience. We have people across the nation. We have people in Atlanta, Houston, Miami, all across. And if you want your family members to be shouted out on live, you come up here and let us know if you're live here at the game.
Yeah, we're always obliged and always happy to shout out faithful members of the Farmington family.
Yeah, we got people watching from West Fork, Arkansas, too.
Anyway, Elliott's guarded by Valenzuela. He goes in, Shrum goes inside to Sailors, and he gets the nice post spin move. And right there, the Goblins are starting off with a score.
And hopefully maybe switching to the other side would do something for us. There's kind of a lid on the basket first half, so maybe, who knows, maybe this basket we just have a little better luck.
Maybe. Again.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a tough shot. Definitely both number 3, Elliott, and 4, Sailors came down kind of hard on Whitmore.
Now, one thing they did do a lot in the first half was similar to that. And, I mean, I was talking to Dallas about this at halftime. I was saying we got a lot of our smaller players kind of driving in, trying to hit those shots. And, again, you know, you always want the low percentage shots. But when you have someone that's got a couple inches on you, again, that's not exactly a low percentage shot. Now, it ended well there, but I don't know. Again, I'm no guru on basketball and, you know, but that's not something you want to do every play.
Yeah, Harrison definitely seems to have the height advantage on some of the matchups. So we would definitely want to try and space it out and make sure our players have room to shoot.
I mean, we got the big baddie in Shelley, but aside from him, we don't have that many just large players.
And neither does Harrison, to be completely honest.
No, but right now they've been more physical, and they've been able to use that to their advantage.
Yeah, good play by Montez right there to get the 2. We really need some more of that this half.
It's like Elliott's going to try go inside, gets double teamed, back out to Gundry. Jernigan guarded by Mayo. He's going to take it back out to the top. Cards in the zone. Elliott inside with a nice move. And there, once again, the Gobs are just being way more physical down inside. And it's really hurting us right now, obviously, as you can see with the score.
Yeah, we've gotten a couple baskets so far this half. Unfortunately, so Harrison seems to be making baskets as well.
Well, the last defensive possession, Valenzuela did a great job not getting phased by the screen by Jernigan. But you got to finish that possession. You know, he kind of let the guy go in there, hit his shot. They've allowed too many drives through there.
Yeah. I'm being completely honest, guys. The way the game has been going right now, it's not looking good.
Yeah, you never. One thing I'll say, I just talked about this. You don't really want to mention. You don't want to mention luck. You don't want to, have to rely on luck. But some of the, like Whitmore's shot right there, it was in, and it came right back out. And it's one of those you can't anticipate. Shelley was kind of a little late to the rebound because, he probably, like many of us, thought it was going in. But some of those, you just kind of wonder how, like, I'm no genius, but I don't know. You hear about it called, the toilet bowl. It just kind of toilet bowls in. It's, kind of odd.
The Gobs turn it over. Whitmore's going to take it across. Hard's got to start scoring now. If not, the game is a runaway. Mayo thought he may go for that one.
Valenzuela
inside,
open.
out to Valenzuela. It's a high shot, and it's no good. It's off the side of the rim.
And that's something they depend upon him. He's kind of their corner shooter. Great job down there with the effort.
Good defense, but his foot is out of bounds.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's kind of a difficult one right there where he had the ball, but he was laying down on the court, and I'm assuming they probably got him for his right knee or his foot or toe or something.
You have to appreciate the hustle, though. They're not going to let him run away with it. They're still going to maintain pressure on defense.
I do like how the Cardinals have been keeping their chin up. You definitely see I see some leadership right there by Montez and Valenzuela and Pridmore, just kind of, trying to keep the morale up high because you're never going to come back when you got your chin down. Yeah,
they just need to try to convert that into more, physicality and tenacity on defense. And again, they just got to hit their shots. This game would be very different if they shot at a little more higher efficiency.
Right.
Hopefully Saturday, whoever they play, whether it is Pea Ridge or Huntsville, they'll shoot better.
Sailors goes up for the shot, and he's going to get the foul, so he's going to go to the line for 2. That personal foul's on Tony Mayo, number 24. Champ Sailors with the first one. It's no good. He's been a little inconsistent tonight with the free throws.
Yeah, he went 0 for 2 earlier in the first half. He had 2 free throws and missed them both. That would help us a little bit there if Harrison started missing some free throws.
And that one's good. He goes 1-1 from the line right there. That makes the score 38-17 with 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
If Farmington wants to make a comeback, they got to get something going now.
A floater by Montez, and that's a good shot. Starts it off nice, makes the score 19-38.
That was a great shot. He got a lot of space right there.
Montez tries to get the steal. Back up to the top to Elliott. He goes inside. And that shot is blocked by Whitmore and Mayo. Fast break to Montez. And he gets the contested layup. And the Cards are starting off pretty well right now. It's 38-21 in the third quarter.
Yeah, Montez has kind of been... He's coming up. He's a little, I don't want to say on fire, but he's putting up some good points right here at the start of the second half. If he can keep this up, this would be a nice little start to the second half.
Elliott's guarded by Whitmore. He's going to try to drive inside. Does a move, and he gets the shot. That's just a physical play by Elliott. And the Cardinals really didn't play bad defense right then.
They got to fix the scoreboard. They just gave Harrison 40.
And Harrison gets the charge. I was waiting for the shooting foul.
Didn't we just hit a shot?
No. For 10, Jernigan's going to inbound it. And it looks like
my bad there.
34, Jace Martin's going to check in for Harrison. Montez is going to guard up on Schrum. Schrum at the end of the Goblin in the middle of the court. Elliott guarded by Valenzuela. He's going to go over to the wing.
Yeah, on that last play, I had a slight misstep, brain fart, whatever you want to call it. It is 40-21. Forgot which side everybody was kind of just
You're all good, Ori.
Dribbling on, yeah. Everybody needs to be fact-checked every once in a while, I guess.
That's why there's 3 of us up here.
Yes, sir. Oh.
Elliott goes in for the easy layup, and that's really just been the story of the night is the Cardinals are just not protecting the inside.
He said 8 points in just under 5 minutes. 13 total tonight.
Yep. Elliott's got 13. Looks like Jernigan's got 12.
They've been getting a big scoring boost from those 2 players, but again, they've been spreading it around pretty well tonight.
And then you look at the other side of the scoreboard, the Cardinals' points are not looking so well. Obviously, you can see with the score.
Yeah, if you're a Harrison fan, though, you got to like what you're seeing. Again, one thing they didn't do so great on against us last week, they didn't have a great offensive night, nearly did Farmington. But tonight, Harrison's starting to put it together. So, again, you're feeling good about this if you're heading in, like, next week's state tournament, Saturday, district.
But I have to say, it doesn't feel good to be here last night and watch the girls beat Prairie Grove that bad.
I feel like the tables have turned.
Come back the next day and watch your guys being a deficit
Yeah.
like this.
Luckily, though, Cardinals get the ball last possession. Pridmore had an and-one opportunity, converted on it, made three-point play. Looking to do the same. Unfortunately, a little errant pass. Miscommunication was slightly ahead of Mayo right there. Looks like Harris is going to get the ball back.
Jernigan over to Edwards. He's going to be guarded by Whitmore. Over to Elliott. He's guarded by Pridmore. Back out to Strum. Edwards goes in. I thought it could have been a walk right then, but he gets it.
Yeah, and one thing you were talking about just a minute ago, not necessarily playing the best defense on the inside. I think one reason for that is also three-point basket right there by Pridmore. Anyways, and
it looks like Coach Thompson is going to call a timeout. So we'll take it with them. This is Farm Cards Live Sports Network, and we'll be right back.
what the heck?
And we're back, Cardinal fans, from that timeout. It's the third quarter. Your Cards are down 44-27. I think Dallas has got a little something for me.
To continue my point before we left for the break, you were talking about not playing that great defense. I think if you watch the game, the senior night game, they really hurt us on the three ball. So I think in an effort to kind of prevent that, we clamped down on the perimeter. But as an effect, we've kind of at least at the beginning of the game, kind of lessened our focus on the paint defense. And I think that should be one mid-game adjustment we definitely need to hop on ASAP if we're going to, try and bring this game back up.
I like what they're doing right now on defense. They're keeping it. Harris is having to keep it outside. They brought the full court press just a second ago, so. And that's something the Lady Cardinals did a great job of last night, staying on the full court press.
Yeah, that's something you never like to see. Just had an open three right there. He could have taken all the time he wanted.
Pridmore with the ball. He's going to be guarded by Jernigan. He's going to go inside, draw the foul.
I don't think it's a shooting foul.
I don't know how that's not a shooting foul. He was obviously going up for the shot, but the ref saw it otherwise.
I think they got him for a pre-shot blocking foul. So it looks like it'll be Pridmore passing.
That's some sneaky wording in the rule books, in my opinion.
They do that for a reason.
Pridmore with the three, and it's no good, just trying to get something started. And it's going to go back to the Cardinals, I guess. With 34, Jace Martin touched it last. Pridmore is going to inbound the ball. Out to Tony Mayo, guarded by Martin. Quay lets the pass slip through his fingers. It's going to get recovered by Elliott. Elliott's going to pass it out to Shrum. Or Gundry, correction. Edwards goes for the three, and it's no good. Tries to get the rebound, but that'll be off him, and it'll go to the Cardinals.
Yeah, it's just been one of those nights for the Cardinals. You do some things right and some things go your way, but then unfortunately it seems that things stop going your way, and it's not necessarily 100% your fault, but I think it could definitely be a closer game.
Most definitely.
Yeah, they just got to focus in more and try and give it everything they've got for this last quarter.
I think Farmington's got an interesting situation here again. With them being the one seed, correct me if I'm wrong, but they're already, I think they have the spot in the state.
You're right.
Now, again, they're down 20. I think now they're down 18. They could be down 17.
Pridmore gets the and one. If he gets this shot, Cards will be down 47-30.
But I think you have an interesting scenario. So I don't know. If I'm Coach Thompson, I'm wondering, do I play like all my rotation, like your Pridmore, Valenzuela, Shelley, Montez, those guys? Or do I want to keep them for state? Because, again, it would take quite a big comeback. They'd have to play probably their best ball of the season.
They'd have to play their best quarter of basketball to come back.
And, again, district tournament, it is a seeding tournament. So, again, this isn't the be-all, end-all. So, would you save them? Or do you want to try to make your best comeback of the season?
I think you definitely try and come back, but obviously you're not gonna play.
I don't think you risk life and limb for it.
You're not gonna play overly aggressive and force anything. But like you said, if they do win tonight, they will play the winner of the Pea Ridge Huntsville game, and if they lose, they'll play the loser for third place.
I don't know what y'all think, but I like Huntsville in that game. I think that they got a really nice backcourt.
Yeah.
Against us, at least, a lot of their scoring was from McCone.
Yeah, we seem to match up really well against
Marpin.
Huntsville.
But I think Huntsville takes the game against Pea Ridge.
It looks like Elliott's going to hold the ball out for the end of the third quarter.
I don't know. Who do you got in Huntsville, Pea Ridge?
Me?
Who do you both have?
I think between the two of them, I would probably say Huntsville.
Is that who you rather play or who you think will win?
I would rather play Huntsville because, like I said, we match up really well. And against Prairie Grove, that'd be a little closer of a game.
Pea Ridge?
Yeah, Pea Ridge. But I think compare them side to side, I think Huntsville probably is the edge just because they match up better against Pea Ridge. Well, fourth quarter now. I think we're going to take a break. This has been Farm Cards Sports Network. We'll see you in just a bit for the fourth quarter.
And we're back, Cardinal fans, for the start of the fourth quarter. Your Cards are down 47-30, and they're going to inbound the ball. Shelley will be inbounding it to Quay. It'll basically be the same squad they had at the end of the third. Quay will just be checked in for Witt. Quay gets it inside to Pridmore. He tries to go for the contested shot, but it's no good. Jernigan gets the rebound. Cards are going to go full court press. And Schrum fumbles the ball around. And it looks like Harrison's going to take another timeout. And you guys want to keep it right here?
Yeah, I think they called the timeout there so they wouldn't lose possession of the basketball. I like the call. You got timeouts, I think. That was their first one. So, again,
four total.
You got timeouts to give. So, to keep possession there, not give Farmington a free fast break, I like that.
Yeah, and if you're Harrison, you look at it as you're up 17 in the fourth quarter, just the beginning. But speaking comebacks-wise, they really just start with one play. One play has the momentum. So something like that, where a turnover where Farmington could have got it, I don't think you want to risk that. And if you're on Farmington's side, you got to keep playing aggressive. You want more plays like that. You want them, like right now, we've got our backs up against the wall, but you want to try and reverse the situation. You want them playing where they're not necessarily panicking, but you definitely want them on their heels.
Well, Schrum's going to be guarded by Montez. Gets over to Gundry. Gundry goes inside to Jernigan. He's guarded by Shelley. Back out to Gundry. Takes the three, but it's no good. And Pridmore gets the rebound.
Montez signaling down court.
Over Sailors. Quay with the ball. Inside. Back out to Valenzuela. And Shelley fumbles the pass. And it's going to go Harrison's way.
I think
they say Quay touched it last.
Yeah.
Very debatable call. That could go either way.
There was a little bit of a skirmish right there. They're both kind of right there at the far
side
of the table.
We got a bad angle.
But there's no instant replay in high school, so.
Hey, but to anyone that says that the 17-point comeback is non-realistic, they probably didn't watch Duke and Louisville. Just saying.
We'll see.
Anyway.
I wouldn't hold them to...
Back out to Jernigan in the corner. Takes the three. And that takes the score to 50-30. The Goblins are up by 20. And stuff like that is just nailing the hammer on the coffin for the Cardinals.
I think right now they're trying to, they got Mayo on the court. They got Quay. They got Montez, Danny Valenzuela, Pridmore. I think they want speed on the floor right now. They don't have any really size. They're trying to get down the court, get fast possessions, get shots up. That's essentially all they can do right now.
Gundry with the ball. Over the corner to Jernigan. Jernigan with the three, and it's good. And Jernigan has 18 points on the night. He's been a big scoring piece for Harrison.
Yeah, and that was just on that last defensive play. That's just hard. That's one of the worst situations to be in.
And Montez with the three to answer it.
The 1-2 fast break situation. Because you either give up the easy layup or you give up the three. Now, I know it's a lower percentage on the three, but still, nonetheless, 2 is lower than 3.
Elliott's guarded by Quay. Inside to Jernigan, and he gets the 2 bucket, and that gives him 20 points on the night.
Yeah, Jernigan, he's had a great night. Him, Edwards, and Elliott. They've all been hitting threes. I think Farmington, they haven't done a great job of keeping the arc, beyond the arc, keep it all covered, clamped down. That's something they got to improve on for whoever they play. Not Pea Ridge or Huntsville, They only have 2 days, I guess, to prepare for them, And I don't know, do you guys kind of equate, they only had 1 day to prepare for Harrison. Well, no, they didn't, actually. That's the girls' team.
In the corner, Jernigan. He gets another 3, and Jernigan is on fire. That gives him 23 points. And the Goblins are just not stopping.
Yeah, it just seems like every time Harrison puts up a shot,
it feels like we're getting payback from last night, from putting that beating down on Prairie Grove, and the basketball gods are not going our way.
Well, yeah, I don't know if I believe in basketball gods, but it does kind of hurt after losing to them on senior night to come out. But one thing I think you have to look at is we may have been the number 1 seed in the regular season, but I think you could very well be we could be playing the district tournament champions right here because we were talking about comparing Pea Ridge and Huntsville. I think Harrison, in my opinion, beats either Pea Ridge or Huntsville. That's just my take. But
because I think both Pea Ridge and Huntsville are good teams. But I think that if you talk about physicality, I think Huntsville and Pea Ridge, I think they kind of pale in comparison.
Yeah, at least
just based off tonight solely.
At least the way they're playing tonight.
And Harrison, again, they put together really nice games against us, back-to-back games,
And Whitmore tries to shoot it, but it goes off the backboard.
I think Farmington right now, they're just trying to look for something to keep their confidence, something, to get them at least a little momentum heading into Saturday, heading into the state tournament. They'll have a chance to redeem themselves on Saturday. We'll see how they do it then, but right now they're just looking for something.
And Montez will be guarding Elliott. Elliott will run it across the timeline. And what is the call?
That one's going to be on Jalen Montez. Team's 5th foul, so fouls are even right now this half. Both 5 and 5 for Harrison and Farmington. Unfortunately, we didn't get sent to the line as much in the second half as we did the first half. Now, Bryce said we made more shots, just, wish we would have gotten more opportunities.
Again, Farmington hasn't been particularly bad in the second half. They've actually had a nice offensive second half.
Yeah,
but again, they dug themselves too much of a hole early.
Yeah, I agree. I would say that they had a better second half than they did first half. Unfortunately, you just might be able to make the argument Harrison had a better second half than they had a first half.
And they've had a better shooting night overall, and that goes for inside, outside, just about anywhere.
And Jernigan gets 25 points. He's on route for 30. Will goes for the 3, and it's no good. It's off the front of the rim. And Schrum gets the rebound. Elliott's going to be guarded by Montez. Jernigan and Elliott pass it back and forth. Inside to Gundry. He goes out to Sailors. Looks for the mid-range, but doesn't take it. He's guarded by Pridmore.
Yeah, I think at this point they're just going to try and chew clock. They might try and get some inside baskets, but, I mean, I wouldn't imagine they'd take as many threes.
Yeah, Harrison right now, they're just going to sit on the ball, get out of there, enjoy your win.
And the Cardinals are going to make some substitutions. Jackson McKinley, Shelley, and Noah Dishrin are going to check in. Also, Logan Landwehr. They're going to check in for Montez Whitmore, Tony Mayo, and Pridmore. So a mass substitution for the Cardinals. They're just going to save some key pieces for the next game on Saturday.
And that Cardinal bench right now, they look dejected. You know, Montez going down there, he didn't look happy. I think they're going to be fired up for Saturday. They just got to know, they just got to harness that anger, use it.
And I think the Cardinals were really coming in tonight, coming in for some revenge from last Friday, and it obviously just didn't go their way tonight.
Yeah, and one difference I don't really think you could see until now when you see the players take a break. You look at our bench compared to Harrison's bench. We kind of look a little fatigued. We just look a little tired. And you look at Harrison. They've been doing a good job rotating and good minutes out of their backup players, and I think that's helped them a lot.
It's that part of the season where you just have to start bearing down, and the physical and mental injuries are starting to take a toll. Mm-hmm. Elliott tries to go for the teardropper, and it goes in. Takes the score to 62-37 with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Dishroon over to McKinley. Inside to Shelley. That shot is blocked by Martin.
Yeah, and looking ahead to Saturday, you still want to keep a foot on the gas because, again, you're already in the state. You're already going to Morrilton next week. But it's still important because it could be the difference between playing a, 20-win team in your state tournament game, or it could be the difference between playing 20-win or a 16-win team.
Right.
I mean, every team you play is going to be good, but...
And if you're looking at Harrison, I mean, you just beat the #1 regular season seed. I mean, you can believe that they're gonna have a little extra something in their minds. And so Farmington, you don't want to lose that edge. You don't want people looking at you thinking that you were overrated. They might come in probably as the 3 or the 4 seed, but I don't know. They gotta just, like you said, keep the foot on the pedal. That last one seemed to really get the crowd riled.
Who's it by?
I think it was
Evan Bailey. #1.
And it looks like the Goblins are going to take a timeout. And we'll keep it right here. Guys, I know the score is not looking good on this game, but we got another big game coming up.
Right, we got the big girls game. Just before this, we got a chance to watch a little bit of Peerage and Berryville. Berryville won, so this game, we want full focus on this game. We want to be able to come out and get a win against Harrison. But then we got to go, and if we win that one, we got to go and play Berryville. So we're going to have 2 back-to-back, potentially good girls games that they're going to have to buckle down. They're going to have to play hard. They want another repeat of last night. They want just everything to go their way. I don't think we'll see that same game, but it would sure be nice.
Question with the ball.
But yeah, looking at Berryville, they had Peerage locked down, and Harrison's a great team though. So I mean, obviously they got Berryville in the back of their minds if they win tonight. But again, you got to stay looking in forward gear. You got to keep looking at what's right ahead of you. You can't focus too much on what's after that if you can't get past what's right in front of you.
And number 15, Colby Stone with the ball. And Goblins are just going to let the clock run out here in the fourth quarter with about 24 seconds left. Number 1, Evan Bailey passes it over to Bonds. And these are going to be the final seconds of the game. We're going to go inside to McCormick, back out to Evan Bailey. He tries to drive in. And the question over in the corner. There's a final shot, and it's no good. So the final score of the Cardinals game will be 64-39. Doesn't feel the sweetest thing to say in the world, but
no,
you win some, you lose some, Dallas.
Yeah, it happens. Sometimes that's just how it's going to be. And it's not always about, if you win every game. It's about you're definitely going to lose some. Every team loses some. But the real story is going to be about how they rebound from this. And if they come back and have their heads down and, play the same type of game, if they come back with a fire underneath them and they start making a tear through the next tournament. So that's, you really obviously want the latter option, but we just got to see. We just got to watch and see.
Well, it looks like we're going to have about 20 minutes till the girls' game starts. So I think we'll either take a break or cut this stream and go to a new one. Yep, we're gonna cut this stream. So I'm Brody Hill, joined here with Dallas Walker and Ori Phillips. It's Farm Cards Live. We'll be back in a couple minutes.